Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to give my 2022 Honda CB650R an oil service, so stick around for that. This is my Honda and I've had this bike just over a year now. I bought it new and 6 weeks ago it went into Honda for its second service. That was its 4,000 mile service. Now that was done 1,000 miles early due to the fact that I was going over to Europe, and since then I've done about 3,500 additional miles on the bike. So the mileage at the moment is sitting at 6,582, that's miles, and it's time for a new oil and filter. The bike was over in Europe for 2 weeks at the start of May, and I done 3,045 miles with it, and the bike never missed a beat. So today I'm going to drop the oil, stick a new filter in it, and basically give the bike a check over. The oil and filter that I'm going to be using is genuine Honda gear. I've had to buy a new tool to take the oil filter off, and also I purchased a little long neck funnel just to make it easier to get the bike filled with oil and hopefully not make a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the bike up, and I'll get the bike on the paddock stands just to make it a little bit easier to work on. So we'll start that up, and while the bike's warming up I'll finish my tea. First one. That's the bike now up on the paddock stands, and these front ones, they're amazing, they really are. This one just connects into the bottom of the yoke there and secures it. You can obviously still turn the wheel. Great for cleaning the bikes as well, these paddock stands. They weren't expensive, paid under £100 for them. If I can find a link I'll stick it in the description below. So anyway, that's it now on the stands. I've got the protection down on the floor so that I don't make a mess. Also a little light so I can see because I'm half blind. So the next job now is to get this 12mm sump plug out, and we'll get the oil drained out it. Right, we'll let that drain out for a few minutes, and what I'll do as well is I'll take the dipstick out the other side, and that'll help it drain. Right, that's the oil out it. So what I'll do now is we'll get the filter off it. Hopefully that'll come off easy. Make sure it's right in. Right, I've surprised myself, I haven't even made a mess. Well, apart from the round about the engine, but that can get wiped up. Right, so we'll let that dry off, get this off, and we'll dispose of that oil. Right, that's me giving the exhaust area a little clean with some brake cleaner, and I've also cleaned round the bottom of the sump there. Separated this from the oil filter, had to chap that off, that was a little tight, probably because it's still new. And also don't forget to fit your new sump washer onto your sump plug. So what I'll do now is I'll get the plug back in it and prime the new oil filter, get that in it, and we'll get rid of this oil. Right, that's the new sump washer fitted to it. Let's give that a little wipe and we'll stick that in. Now there is a torque setting for this. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but when I'm putting sump washer plugs back in it, I just nip them up. They don't have to be massively tight, and that should do it. Right, now to prime the new filter. This is where I'll end up making a mess. Right, that's that filled up. I'll just smear a little bit of oil round the seal, just to help make a good seal. Just like that. Cartridge absorbs some of the oil, and I'll pop a little more in. This went down a good bit now. And I'll just let that bubble away and absorb. Right, that's the filter primed and lubed. So what I'll do now is I'll just screw it in. Now when I fit these, I only put the filters on hand tight, and I've been working on cars for 30 years and I've never had a filter come off. Right, so that's hand tight. Right, that'll do that. Now, I'm going to get rid of this oil, finally. Right, that's the old oil disposed of now. Always dispose of your oil carefully. So I'll take that up to my local garage once it fills up to the top, when I've done the cars obviously, and they'll use that to heat their workshops in the winter. So that's the oil there. The capacity for the oil on this bike, I think it's about 2.7 litres. So I'll top it up to about 2.5 litres and check it, and then top it up. Basically I'll top it up to the maximum on the dipstick here, and then I'll run the bike for a couple of minutes. I'll check the oil levels again, and then top it up if need be. So let's get it topped up. Right, I want to go to 2.5 to there. These little funnels are absolutely brilliant, they really are. It saves a bit of spillage. Right, that's about 2.5 litres. I'll let that settle in, and then I'll take a reading of the dipstick. Right, that's had about a minute or so to work its way down. So to check the dipstick oil level, you don't screw it in, you just pop it in and just let it sit there obviously make sure the bike's level, which it is. And as you can see there, well, hopefully the camera will pick that up, that's at the maximum level just now. So what I'll do is I'll run the bike up for about a minute or so, 2 minutes, and then I'll take another reading off the dipstick. So we'll just get this ran up, let it run for a couple of minutes, and I'll check for oil leaks as well, and then I'll take a final reading on the dipstick, and if need be I'll top it up to the maximum, or just under the max. That's the bike running up now. So while the engine's running and getting hot again, I'll just get underneath it, just check for leaks round about the sump. That's bone dry. There's no leaks from the oil filter, which is good. Sounds sweet. So I'll just let that run up for about 2 or 3 minutes, let it get up to temperature, and then I'll check the dipstick again, and if need be I'll top up the oil. Right, that's had a couple of minutes to settle, so I will just check the oil. Got a funny feeling it probably will need topped up. At the moment it's sitting right on the max, but that's not the way to take the oil reading. There you go, it's just up from the minimum. So what I'll do now is I'll just pop a little bit of oil into that and top it up to where it should be. Just putting little bits in at a time. Right, we'll let that go in and see where we're at. Still just a little short, so we'll give it one more little splodge, and that should do it. There we go. That's bang on the money. So I'm happy with that. Just check once more, just to double check. There we go, bang on the money. Right, I can safely say that's the oil service done. What I'll do is I'll just run it up again for another minute, and then I'll do one final check on it. So there we have it. That's the service complete on the CB650R, and that whole job for me to do at home, it cost me £65. That was including buying the oil, the filter and sump plug. So there we go. I've checked the levels again, spot on the dot, and that's the bike now ready for another few thousand miles. If you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you've got something to say, drop it in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button, because it will help me grow the channel. Anyway, bye for now.